Oh boy, it has happened. Congratulations, George Bryan the fourth. You have qualified. He has qualified. He made the cut in his first ever PGA Tour event at 35 years old. Let's all give it up for the YouTuber, huh? Who says we're a bunch of just little nutbags out there? No. Well, he's legit, all right? He and his brother, Wesley, George's older brother, and Wesley's been on the PGA Tour. They really hit the scene hard in there, and really founders of the trick shots. They did all these trick shots. They'd put them on social media, and they blew up, and it got them onto the big break, and then they did well, and then Wesley went on to the PGA Tour and won a tournament and has done well, right? And then George has never played a PGA Tour event, and he's bounced around mini tours, done all kinds of different things, and now recently full-time YouTuber, as you know. And he gets invited to play in the Butterfield Bermuda Championship. Why would he get invited? Well, okay, he gets invited because he is currently in the process of trying to qualify for the Korn Ferry Tour. So he's gone to pre-qualifying, he's gone to first stage, and he's made it, and he's now on to second stage, which will be coming here pretty soon. So the PGA Tour, in these kind of off-season events still, and ones that don't typically get a ton of great number one players in the world, like Rory's not playing, and they still the best players in the world, a lot of them, and they're playing. So George gets invited to play in this. His brother Wesley is in it as well, so you get the Bryan brothers playing in the event. Now, Wesley hasn't played well at this event, so horses for courses is not the best one for him. And they recently had George and Wesley and other guys did their YouTube championship here. So they did their homework. They got a lot of practice rounds in under their belt. But George, this is his first event. And if you don't or are not familiar with how kind of the cut works, they call it, on the PGA Tour, you have about 150, 160 players that play on Friday, Saturday, and then it gets cut to the top 70 and ties. Typically, there's sometimes it's a little bit different, but for the most part, that's what happens. And so George fires a 200 par round, his first round, and then it looks like today he's not going to make the cut because he gets a couple quick bogeys. And then he eagles hit the 17th hole, which is his 8th hole. And so it puts him back on the cut line. And from there, he manages to scramble out his way to making the cut. So congratulations, George Bryan. Oh, what a nail biter. You did it. Why did the PGA Tour invite George to play in this event? Well, because one, they want the YouTube audience to watch the event. And George is a full-time YouTuber doing a ton of great content creation and has finding great success on YouTube. And they want that audience. They want the YouTube audience to watch. So what they did was they said, come play. And the YouTube audience is watching. And the problem is the YouTube audience doesn't necessarily get to see and watch George play all the shots. Very few. So that's the sad part. Got to kind of follow online and figure it out and do all that stuff. But so the PGA Tour sadly took the YouTube audience and then just said, thanks, we're going to show you now what we want to show you. Everything you don't want to see. Great job, PGA. What they should have done, what I would have done, is done what they did and then showed basically every shot from George. That's what I would have done because that's what they want to see. And then slowly show them other people too. And hey, they're here to see George. We'll show them George. We'll show them Wesley, and we'll show them some other exciting people that we think they would like to see. That's what I would have done, especially at this Butterfield Bermuda Championship. That's what I would have done. They didn't really do that. They, kept it as boring as possible. Unfortunately, it's like George delivered because he brought his audience. We're all like glued because we're all YouTubers now, and we want to see a fellow creator do something, good or bad. We don't care. We just want to, we're excited for the guy. We can put ourselves and live a little vicariously through him and be like, dude, yes, he's, let's go. So he delivered. George delivered. Of course he delivered. The guy's a player, and he's grinding and doing some great stuff recently. So this is not only epic for him, it's epic for the YouTube community. It's epic for golf because it's like, hey, Like you've got a whole audience that's interested in these guys. And now very few guys, YouTubers, are going to be able to deliver like George did. But nonetheless, what I would do also if I'm the PGA Tour, you let me know your thoughts about what you would like to see as far as YouTubers on PGA Tour events. Similar to what they do at the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am, right? Where they have amateurs playing with pros for an event. I would do something similar at some of these off-season events and season events that are kind of not World Golf Championships, maybe lesser interest in these events. I would have YouTubers in the event playing in their own separate event in the event. That's what I would do. So that it would bring this YouTube audience in, and then you could give them that YouTube audience access and show them some more of how great the PGA Tour is. But don't just like take the audience and not let them see what they're here to see. So that's what I would do. And I think George really kind of is opening up opportunities for more of a YouTube PGA Tour collaboration. Nonetheless, George has done what many people think couldn't be done, but he did it. He's a full-time YouTuber and a phenomenal golfer, and it's his first event. I would have just choked all over myself probably. First ever PGA Tour event, and you go out there and you deliver. Congratulations. Have a great weekend. Keep lighting it up. He has the best attitude. If you've seen his qualifying video, his attitude was, I'm going to have more fun than anybody else out there on the golf course. That's what he did. That's what happened. That's how he delivered. That's what I'm going to try to channel my inner George next time I go play, which is coming up like pretty soon today. Anyways, I'm going to see how it works for me. I'm going to have the most fun anybody. George, great job. Congratulations. Proud of you. Keep crushing it. See you guys soon.